Introduction. Amy Tan is an English writer who grew up in a Chinese family that migrated to America. She is an author of several novels, and one of her most popular ones is The Joy Luck Club. Mostly, her works focus on the mother-daughter relationship because Tan was brought up by her Chinese mother, and this topic seems to be significant for the writer. In a short essay Mother Tongue, Amy Tan reveals her background and describes different kinds of English that she had to speak in her childhood and adolescence. Main text. The author explains that she has always spoken at least two different Englishes, a simpler one that she uses in conversations with her mother, and a more complex and correct one. Tan characterizes the language her mother speaks as broken, but she notes that this description is not flawless. She also mentions that imperfect command of the language caused many problems to her mother, and remembers that she was frequently asked to talk to other people because she could speak standard English. This essay made a good impression on me, and I believe the author raises an important issue of intolerant behavior towards immigrants who have problems with acquiring a language. The work at hand features the use of various rhetoric devices that make it effective and help the author to be persuasive. For example, she appeals to the reader's emotions when she refers to her own experience and describes what problems an imperfect command of English brought to her family. What impressed me the most was the story when her mother came to the doctor to find out about a brain tumor that had been revealed earlier. It struck me that the medical worker had been biased and had not sympathized with the woman with such a serious diagnosis only because she made grammar mistakes and her English was limited. To my mind, this behavior was inappropriate for a doctor, as people should not be judged by a low language level, especially when they seek medical help. The title of the essay is also worth discussion as it attracts the audience's attention from the very beginning. The collocation mother tongue can be viewed here as a clever wordplay. The author writes about her experience of mastering the language that is not her native, as well as tells the story of her mother and her particular use of English. Such an unusual title makes the reader think about what they are going to read and guess what the main topic of the essay will be. When I was reading this essay, I realized that I also use various types of English. Similar to Tan, I speak differently at home and in public, with my parents and with friends. This work made me analyze the way I communicate with people and which words I use in different situations. For instance, when I am talking with peers, I can use slang or make grammar mistakes, and I would choose other words and grammar constructions when having a conversation with professors or grandparents. When I deliver a speech in front of an audience, I am even more careful and particular about the language I use. Conclusion. In conclusion, Mother Tongue is an outstanding work by Amy Tan that makes the reader reflect on their use of language. This essay also deals with a burning issue in society: how the language skills of immigrant people influence the way native speakers treat them. Notably, the author utilizes literary devices such as pathos and punto to draw the audience's attention to the topic. Study Corgi can help you make your studies smarter. Visit studycorgi.com for more samples like this, study tips, and writing tools.